been a good little while since I've shared any house updates with you all. I have been very busy at the house, but I've just not been very good at keeping up uploading everything. So in this video, I'm painting the kitchen cabinets, kitchen, living room, and I'm also doing some paneling in the living room, all of which has just taken way longer than expected. So I hope you enjoy this very short video, which took at least a month to make. I'm painting the kitchen cabinets. This job is not very fun. I really didn't know the best paint company to use for kitchen paint, so I've ended up just using Farrow and Ball, and I'm slightly regretting, well, I don't know, their pigmentation is not always the best. So I'm probably going to have to do 4 coats of this paint and sand in between. And I've already done 2 coats of primer with Josh. Luckily Josh helped me on that. I just used the Bin Zenzing shellac based primer. I've used it on IKEA door fronts before and it's worked really well. So doing that again. So this is after the first coat and I have sanded that down. When I came over yesterday to do this first coat and I was very confused as to why the paint was so watery. So I'm just not in a good mood. I just want this kitchen to be painted. So I'm gonna make a real strong effort to try and get the cabinets at least painted, because I feel like if I do the cabinets, walls and ceiling, then any of the other little bits I want to do, like adding fancy shelving, I can add that in afterwards and just take that a bit more at a steady pace. So the shade I went for is Dibber and I'm using Flat Eggshell. So yeah, I've sanded. I need to wipe this down. I've got a load of stuff in the living room drying and in the porch. I'm just gonna get cracking and see how this goes. I'm just gonna wipe all the dust off from sanding this down. I know I really should have painted the ceiling and the walls before doing this, but I might do it sort of midway through. I don't actually know what colour I want to use yet on the walls and ceiling. I never want to paint a kitchen cabinet again. This took so long. I think if the paint had a better pigment, it would have been much better. I think I did 5 coats, maybe 6, but I had to sand between each one, and it is a really nice finish, but my goodness, it took a long time. And they're already chipping, but we won't go into that because I will, I will cry. For hardware, I was very tempted to go for an antique brass, but I ended up going with this sort of cast iron looking silvery handles, and I really like how they look. There was already a lot of silver in the kitchen, so I just stuck with that. I haven't done anything with the sink unit yet because that's all being changed at some point because I'm getting a slimline dishwasher and trying to reconfigure that bit. paint the walls, I used a lick paint. This is white 03, and it's just a very nice warm white. And that is as far as I'm going with the kitchen at the moment. I then moved on to the flooring in the living room. There was this cream carpet, and walking straight onto cream carpet is just not very practical, especially with a little dog that has muddy paw prints. So I decided to change the flooring. So we ripped up the carpet, which was fun. This little electric fireplace came with the house, and it was sat on this piece of granite. And I remember from looking at the listing photos that there were some tiles underneath that, so we just lifted that up.
It's gross. These. They look unused. They don't look like they've been in anybody's ears.
Whoa! So many cars! What's this?
Wow, that's writing.
I also decided to take the fireplace off. It needed fixing anyway. I might put it back, but I also might build something else.
Soft blonde, pink brush and shoulders, page 55.
So for flooring, I just went for laminate flooring. I don't love the sound of laminate flooring when you walk on it, but it's very practical, and we have still yet to scratch the floor at all. So it's very nice to not worry about scratching the floor. So we lay down the underlay, and then we fitted the wooden, well, fake wood floor on top of that. And it was incredibly easy to fit, apart from around a door frame, but we eventually got there. What we didn't film is adding the trim around the skirting board. We got some chunky sort of quadrant trim to hide the gap of the laminate against the skirting board. I then wanted to add a little bit of character to the wall, and so I did some paneling with some strip wood. I just kept it really simple, and I love how it looked in the end. We screwed all of those into the wall. It took quite a long time, and the wall was made out of brick, so it was very noisy for our poor neighbours for a day, but it's done now. And the laser leveler just works wonders. I love that thing so much. Once all of the wood was on the wall, I went and filled over all of the screw holes with some wood filler. Then came back the next day, sanded that down. Then I primed all of the wood, went back with my dad and did some caulking so that there weren't any gaps. And I decided to just carry the colour on from the kitchen into the living room and stuck with white 03 from Lick. I was having serious colour decision paralysis, so I thought, you know what, I'll just do it a nice warm white, and if I change my mind I can just paint it at some other point. Obviously it just seems like one big white box at the moment, but I am slowly going to be adding bits of character and finishing all of the little bits in this room. I'm currently building a bench seat with Josh in the corner, and I might also be adding a fire surround and shelving in the other alcove. And I've still got the radiators to put back on. So there's so much to do still. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little update. Shouldn't be too long until the next video because I've got some other footage I just need to put together. Lots of fun things coming very soon. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one.